What's up, you guys? It's Jono! Today I want to talk about some new updates coming in Pokemon Go. Now, this is really exciting. This is some information that came out in July, actually, but it's just now becoming really relevant. So let's go ahead and get right into it. This is about breeding. If you look at the top, breeding, babies, evolutions, and starters for Generation 2. We're going to cover it all in this one video. So let's jump right into it. Firstly, all Pokemon will be awarded a randomly generated gender, aside from a small number of exceptions. If you have two adult Pokemon of opposing genders, they will like each other. This signals that they are candidates for breeding. Pretty cool. Alright, so you can see the little hearts next to each other. These Pokemon will appear on the new Daycare tab, where they can be selected to breed. Walking a certain distance with two breeding Pokemon with an empty egg slot has a chance for them to lay their specific species egg. That is so cool, you guys. And look, it's some kind of it shows all the kilometers here, but it's the old format, but they do have the updated egg colors. So kind of interesting. This was released in July. They knew that egg colors were coming all the way back then. So they already had prototypes with the Daycare and the egg colors. So you can pretty much guarantee that all of these updates are real and they're going to come just at a certain time. So let's go on to part 2, babies. This is the most interesting part to me. I think breeding is fun, but finding new Pokemon that are baby types like Pichu is going to be really fun. So once a player has caught over 50 Pokemon and seen over 100 Pokemon in their original Pokedex, they are awarded with a new Pokedex, which extends the Pokedex to number 251. This will unlock the ability to start obtaining Generation 2 Pokemon. However, they cannot be found in the wild yet. So let's see here. Once the player's Pokedex has been upgraded, certain Pokemon will begin to give birth to new baby Pokemon. Certain Pokemon will lay eggs, which instead hatch as these baby Pokemon as well. So there's some more stuff down here at the bottom, but my face cam is covering it, so you guys can always go look this up on your own. Next, we've got evolutions. I already covered this in a previous video. There's a bunch of new evolutions. Golbat will evolve into Crobat, for example. Here we've got Sizer evolution that they have kind of mocked up, but it doesn't look like it's in 3D like the other one does, so it's clearly just a mock-up. It's not a real screenshot of the game, I can tell. Alright, so it says that they're going to have a bunch of new evolutions. Check out these guys. There's Porygon 2. I can't wait for that. He finally gets some rounded features, and there's a bunch of other ones there too that I'm excited about. Slowking, very excited about. Blissey, very excited about. So that's pretty cool, and it says they'll require candies and just chance to be able to evolve those new evolutions. And then we've got the Generation 2 starters. So it says once the player has obtained they have a typo here, a baby and an evolution, Professor Willow will make contact and congratulate them. At this point, the professor will offer the player a choice of 3 new starter Pokemon, just as he did when they first started. I'll be really curious to see if those starter Pokemon have perfect IVs like people have speculated. After this point, Generation Pokemon 2 will begin to appear in the wild. They will only appear to players who have obtained one of the Generation 2 starter Pokemon. Many of these Pokemon will only appear at night. For example, Hoot Hoot will replace Pidgeys at night. So that's pretty interesting. And that's the end of this little segment, you guys. But we covered today Pokemon Go Generation 2 starters, Pokemon Go Generation 2 evolutions, Pokemon Generation 2 babies, and Pokemon Generation 2 breeding. I think it's a pretty informative video. And this is some official basically images that were released supposedly by the Niantic CEO or somebody in a high-level position at Niantic, and they were basically just saying, hey, this is what you guys can expect in the future, and it's very official looking and it's very professional, and you can see some of the stuff that's already happened, like the different colored eggs over here. So pretty interesting, and I think that we can definitely expect to see some of this stuff in the game in the future. So thank you everybody for watching. Thank you to my amazing subscribers. Thanks all my fans, and hit subscribe if you didn't already, and let's all be excited for Generation 2. Woo! All right, thanks everybody, and peace.